Hey, I'm Mark. I'm the project manager for the Assembly, and I'm here with Pastor Jonathan. You're the pastor of Victory Church on the Rock. This is your church. This is where the Assembly will be hosting. This is also actually where House of Prayer, we meet here regularly. He's allowed us to rent space from his church. But for us to do the Assembly, this is a bigger thing, but you're just like, yes, let's do it. And why was it in your heart that you'd be involved in this and be part of it?
Yeah, well, we are so happy to have House of Prayer here, and for all the years that you've been here. It's our pleasure to host you here, and we just have such a great relationship and benefit of having House of Prayer here in the building. As we head towards the Assembly, as it focuses on the coming election in the nation of Canada, we just sense the importance of it and the need to gather together and just make this the priority over everything else in the fall.
Yeah, and so why do you feel like this is a priority? What makes you say like this is important for us to be doing and open up our church for all other churches to be coming in?
Yeah, so when we start that week of the Assembly, everything else in our schedule gets suspended for a week. But that's because it's just so important to sometimes, in Scripture when Jesus says, lift up your eyes or look and see the big picture. He says, look and see the fields. This is one of those times where we can get so busy in our own individual action, which is all good, and we all have our distinctives and things that are important for each individual church. But the Assembly is one of those times where we get to just look up, see a kingdom perspective, and see something that's much bigger, and see all the other groups and people coming together to touch God's heart in that.
Yeah, I remember in 2015 when we held it here for the federal election, and it was so neat seeing church after church after church and the different expressions. I like how you said the uniqueness. And so it's like your church prays in its flavor, its style, and the next church comes in and they pray in their flavor, their style, and it's so dynamic.
Right.
And it's so like for 2 hours it's like this, and then 2 hours it changes completely.
Right.
And you get some in and they're really passionate, loud, and you get others in they're quiet, and it's really still. And all of it was so beautiful, and all of it was so powerful.
Yeah. Well, and we love that too. There was no pressure to conform to any one particular style or anything like that. Everybody was allowed to just come with their voice, whatever it is. It reminded me of being at a family dinner where all the different siblings or all the different people are there. They all have their own voice. They all have their own personality. But the joy of it is all being together, not everybody being exactly the same at the table, right?
Yeah. So thank you so much for opening up your church and making this available for us to host it here. We're looking forward to doing it again. And so is there anything you'd want to say to those who are thinking about being involved, or to pastors who are thinking that they...
Oh, it's a short time with huge reward, huge benefit. Our people, we just love to be part of something that gives us that big perspective again. And so I would encourage any pastor, any church, 2-hour block. You can fit that into the schedule. So you just need to prioritize it, put it into the schedule, make it work. When you get a taste of it, you'll see this is good. Taste and see, and it's good. The Lord is good, and this is a good event to touch His heart.
Well, thank you, Jonathan. Thanks for letting us be here, and we look forward to having you guys come and join us here praying. It's October 7 to 12. If you haven't, you can connect with us. You can just email info@hopedmonton.ca, or just look up House of Prayer and you can get a hold of us. And we'd love to see you here praying for our election.